By the 1970s, the function of rock music had changed significantly. People could still dance along to much rock music, and many people did, but the focus had clearly shifted to contemplative listening, with the musicians elevated to a central position of importance. Although this worked for many venues and audiences, it was clearly not suited for the clubs where dancing was the central element. Since many bands shunned these clubs and situations, DJs were hired to play danceable music, and a scene developed in which the audience and dancing, rather than the musicians and performance, were the main focus. Taking its name from the French term discothèque, which is basically a record or disc library, clubs emerged called discos, which were basically nightclubs featuring a dance floor and a DJ booth where a DJ played recorded music. Although disco music was mostly an underground style at first, a few hits arose from the disco subculture to reach greater visibility. One of these early hits was Van McCoy's The Hustle. Like many disco hits, the focus of The Hustle is clearly on dancing. The song was written after McCoy and his partner observed discotheque patrons doing a popular couples dance called The Hustle. The music is a response to this dance and recorded explicitly for dancing. Disco music is fundamentally about dancing and personal enjoyment, and the musical features reinforce this strongly. The first thing you'll notice is the beat. It is a pounding, persistent, established immediately, and unrelenting, even if there are changes in the texture. The beat is the essential hook. It creates and maintains an irresistible dance groove. One of the complaints about disco music is that the tempo stays the same throughout each song and even from song to song. But this is really the whole point of the genre. The tempo stays the same so that people can dance to it, and the tempos of most records are similar to allow for seamless sequencing of dance numbers in the disco so that people can keep dancing. Many records even came with a tempo indication in beats per minute to assist the DJ, and high-end turntables were built with a vari-speed control that would allow the DJ to adjust tempos among songs to maintain a consistent beat. This also meant that dancers could apply similar steps and dance styles to a wide number of songs. In fact, the tempos are so consistent that they pretty much all fall between 112 and 120 beats per minute, so that the American Heart Association established a Stayin' Alive campaign named after the Bee Gees song in the movie Saturday Night Fever to teach the proper tempo for hands-only CPR. Stayin' Alive at 104 beats per minute is on the slow side for a disco song, which makes it ideal for CPR, which should be around 100 beats per minute. But regardless of whether it is this song or Night Fever, You Should Be Dancing, Dancing Queen, I Will Survive, Good Times, or The Hustle, the songs pretty much all fall within the recommended 100 to 120 beats per minute range. In The Hustle, notice how the beat is established from the beginning in the bass and then reinforced in bar 5 when the drums enter to emphasize each beat. At this point you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. As with most disco songs, there is a layering of rhythms at the different levels. We get the drums on the main beats, or the quarter notes, that is, the notes that divide the beat into 4 equal quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We also get a subdivision on eighth notes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and maracas on the 16th notes. At the end of the introduction, we also get triplets. This is basically 3 beats in the space of 2 in the guitars. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This actually makes for some fairly sophisticated rhythmic layering. Another common feature is the emphasis on the bass line. As in soul music, the bass gives the music its groove. This is very apparent in Good Times. Chic created a stripped-down, funk-driven form of disco that was very influential in the post-disco era. The song itself features a thudding minimalist beat that is driven by a distinct bass line that was used as the backing track for the first rap recording, Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight of 1979, and also inspired the rhythm of Queen's Another One Bites the Dust in 1980. Here's that bass line. A final feature is the focus on rich textures and timbres that complemented the extravagant modes of dress and lifestyle, as well as the richly layered rhythms. Many songs feature astoundingly good singers with soaring voices, and pretty much everything, regardless of whether it is vocal or instrumental, features a rich texture and large performing forces. Instead of guitars, the focus is on synthesizers and orchestral instruments such as the flute, trumpet, or cello. In The Hustle, notice that the A sections feature both a melody and a counter-melody. The main melody, played initially on the flute, is made up of light, short notes that dance back and forth. During the second part of the A section, this melody is joined by a counter-melody, a slower sustained melody played initially in the strings. In the B section, there is a shift to trumpet playing in a dark, sustained melody. I play this on the horn, not on the trumpet, but you get a sense of the sustained, rich sound that we have here. All of the sounds in this piece are rich to begin with, but notice that they become even richer as the song progresses. This is music with a very rich texture that sounds the way a fine piece of cloth feels.